guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm actually going to take you through step-by-step guide how to cut your own fringe. If you don't have any fringe at all, or if you have like little long fringe like me, I'm going to show you how to make them into a full-on fringe. And to be fair, I'm only doing this for you guys because I kind of got bored of my fringe because I had them for a very long time and I was very excited to grow them out. But because this has been a request that's been standing on my list for a very long time and has always been requested, I figured today's the day. I'm doing this for my guys, I'm doing this for you, so please, if you can, just give it a thumbs up because it means a lot to me and I'd love you to do that if you can, if you don't mind, please. So yeah, but if you want to see how to cut your own fringe, let's do it. Alright you guys, so as you can see, my hair is quite long, but we're not going to be touching this part of the hair at all, so that doesn't matter. But I'm going to show you the things you need to do this because there's a few things you do need. First is a skinny comb or like a reptile tooth comb, anything that can like really precise the section of your hair. If you can do it with your fingers, great, but you know, I like being secure and dropping stuff. I like being secure and having like a little help of one of those. Then you will need hairdressing scissors, not kitchen scissors, hairdressing scissors, because they're not the same and you don't want to damage your hair. If you do this, might as well do it right. And these guys are not really expensive. You could get them from like drugstores for not a lot of money, and plus if you're gonna have fringe, you probably want to touch them up, you know, to make sure they're at the same length all the time. I have to do it about every, don't know, 10 days, 2 weeks, just because my hair grows really fast and I like my fringe a little bit longer. So yeah, get these and you'll have them for a long time and they're good. I like them, so yeah, get some of these. Then also you're gonna need 2 little hair clips, just because when you section off your hair, you don't want the rest of your hair to get mixed match with the hair you're cutting. So these will kind of help you, you know, secure it in place. And then also just a clip, I'm dropping it again, a clip or a hair tie to move the rest of your hair out of the way. If you have short hair, you could probably skip it. And finally, you want your fringe area that you're gonna cut to be wet, so use just a hair mist, or I'm just using like a hair mist, a water mist I meant, but I'm using a hair mist. This one is by New Skin. It's the NAPCA Moisture Mist. It's really lovely. I like it to hydrate my face as well, but we're using it for the hair today, so yep. And I think that's all you need. Make sure you're also doing this in a good area where you don't mind getting hair all over the place. I'm doing this in my bedroom, probably not the smartest thing ever, but doesn't matter. My lighting is here. I want you guys to see what I'm doing, so we'll sacrifice the bedroom a bit. I'll have to vacuum clean later. But yeah. Alright, so the first thing is to section off your hair, which isn't the easiest thing ever, but there's a few rules I like to follow. It usually turns out good. So what I do is like I check where the hairline is, and then I do like 3 fingers from the top where my hair starts, so about here, and I put my comb there and I brush it out. And that's kind of what I need to cut. And then following, you can see the line here. I just go straight down to my ear, like to the start of the ear. So you can see it, I'm kind of diagonally pulling it to the front, and I'm gonna section off that hair. And we're not gonna cut all of this hair, but I'll explain that later. So been about here, going down to the ear, to the front where my cheekbone starts, and I'm gonna push the rest to the back. I'm sorry, I keep looking in the little side mirror, just because I want to make sure that A, you guys can see what I'm doing, and B, I don't cut off something I'm not meant to. So right, so now you have this thing right here, and it's nice and sectioned off, and all that is good. Good life, good things, and hair everywhere. Buh, prepare yourself for that. Now you want to take your mist. You section off your hair, that's all good. I'm gonna take my mist and I'm gonna wet my hair without trying to ruin my makeup, if possible. Right, so the hair is now wet, and what I'm gonna do now is like brush it all to the front, and then from the top, I'm sorry if my mirror is in the way, that's what I'm using actually right now. I'm gonna go from the crown and take the top section in a straight line, or the hair I'm gonna cut like this, and just pick it up. Not sure if I did a good job here, let me check. Yeah, that will do, doesn't matter. So this is the top section of your fringe, which is gonna be slightly shorter than the one on the bottom. And that way you're gonna have a nice fade from, like, you know, a lot of different layers and all that. So I'm just gonna take that, probably connect it, or should I take one of those little clips I used before. Right, so this is all nice and sectioned out now, and we can get into the cutting. First, if your hair is really long like mine, you will first need to go in like horizontal motions, but keep in mind that it has to stop where your arch of the brow is. It's just kind of following your natural features to make sure that the fringe actually flatters your face. So my arch is about here, so I'm just gonna like skip that part. And I'm gonna go very low. I'm not gonna cut my fringe very short at first because I'm gonna go back. So here we go. Cut. Oi. Cut. 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 Try getting this somewhat straight, but you don't have to be too perfect about it because we'll go back in a second anyway. So cut. And here is my, again, tail of the brow. The arch is there, so I'm not gonna go past that point. So you kind of have a fringe right now, not really, but kind of. And what you do now is turn your scissors like this, so it's kind of like 90 degrees from where you were before, and you're gonna go up and just kind of go make short little strokes. So it's not, you can have a very straight fringe if you like it. I prefer mine to be more natural, so just, you know, not too straight. Sorry, I'm doing this so I'm really focused on it, but yeah, just go up and snip and snip. This will make a really cool effect with your fringe. And snip and snip and snip. And now is the time where you want to go back and make sure that it's all nice and in line. And I'm full of hair, doesn't matter. But now what you have to do is kind of see where the rest of your hair is falling. And you want to kind of do the same motion to the sides just so it fades into the rest of your hair really nicely and it's not just like a piece of hair on your forehead and that's it. So I'm just gonna go on the side very gently and gradiently make them drop to the rest of the hair. So I'm only literally just a few strands of hair, that's only what I'm doing, nothing more than that, because I don't want to look crazy. So about that, and that's probably where I'm gonna stop. So about the edge of the brow, where you come to the end, that's where you should probably stop. So same here. There we go. And again, just brush it out. Like that. Now what we're gonna do is release the beast from the top section. Get it down, and again you have a whole mess. But you can kind of see from underneath now where the fringe is. And you can just kind of take the sections that are long. You can kind of brush through it to get the other pieces to drop like that. Hold it at the end, and then you just want to go like up at it. There goes hair. Yeah, this whole thing is pretty much about just getting the feel for your hair and where everything is meant to drop. It's really, really easy, and it gets even easier when you do it. And you will see when you do it, like, where's what strand meant to be. Just keep like going back and like kind of seeing where you are. How does it look? For me right now, I can see that this part there's too much hair, so I need to cut a bit. And cut a bit, and cut a bit some more. So what's left to do now? What I usually do now is go blow dry my fringe, style it, and then once your hair is dry and set, you'll see how it fades in with the rest. And you'll really be able to, if I can get my clips out, you will really be able to see how it looks with the rest of your hair and if it's even, because when it dries everything kind of lifts up. So I'm gonna go do that now and I'll be right back and we can see if I need any other touch-ups. Alright guys, so I just blow dried my fringe pretty much, and that ends up the whole thing. If you see any little like pieces of hair sticking anywhere, just go in the scissors back in, and if you don't like the shape of this, you know, feel free to play around with them, you know, make them longer on one side than the other, it doesn't matter, whatever works for you, you just do you. So yeah, I like it like this. I'm not gonna change anything else. I think maybe I can straighten my hair, do something with it, but right now I kind of like it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna remind you again to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!